Imagine a world without light, without warmth, a world cloaked in an endless night, where unseen dangers lurked in every shadow. For our earliest ancestors, this was reality. Life was a constant struggle for survival against the cold, the darkness, and the predators that ruled the night. But then, something incredible happened. A chance lightning strike, a spark from grinding stones. And for the first time, a flame was not a terrifying force of destruction, but a tool, a small, flickering light held in human hands. This was the moment humanity captured a piece of the sun, the moment we began to master fire, and it would change our world forever. This is the story of that first spark, and how it ignited the dawn of civilization. Before fire, our ancestors' diet was limited to what they could find and eat raw. Tough plants, raw meat. It was hard to chew and even harder to digest. A huge amount of energy was spent just breaking down food, leaving little for anything else. But with fire, everything changed. Suddenly, that tough mammoth meat became tender, succulent, and packed with easily accessible nutrients. Roots and tubers that were once inedible became soft and delicious. Cooking unlocked a massive surplus of calories and nutrients. This dietary revolution had a profound impact on our evolution. With more energy available, our brains began to grow larger and more complex. We literally cooked our way to becoming smarter. This wasn't just about a better meal. It was the fuel that powered the growth of the human mind, allowing for more complex thought, problem-solving, and eventually, language. The night was a time of terror. As darkness fell, our ancestors were vulnerable, huddled together in caves or trees, listening to the growls and footsteps of giant predators like saber-toothed cats and cave bears. Sleep was light and fearful. Fire changed all of that. A roaring campfire became a protective shield, a wall of light and heat that kept the most fearsome beasts at bay. For the first time, our ancestors could sleep soundly, safe within their circle of light. This newfound security was transformative. It wasn't just about surviving the night, it was about conquering it. This mastery over the darkness also unlocked new territories. With a portable source of warmth, humans were no longer confined to the warm climates of Africa. They could venture into the colder regions of Europe and Asia, carrying their fire with them. Fire was the key that allowed humanity to expand across the globe, adapting to and thriving in environments that would have been impossible to survive in before. The ingenuity of our ancestors didn't stop at cooking and protection. They quickly realized that fire could also be a powerful tool for creation. Imagine trying to hunt a large animal with a simple wooden stick. It's not very effective. But what if you could harden the tip of that stick in a fire? By carefully charring the end of a wooden spear, it became incredibly hard and sharp, transforming a simple branch into a lethal weapon. This fire-hardening technique was a massive leap in hunting technology, allowing our ancestors to take down larger game more safely and efficiently. But it wasn't just wood. Fire also played a crucial role in stone tool manufacturing. By carefully heating flint, a process called heat treatment, they could make it easier to shape. This allowed them to flake off pieces with greater precision, creating sharper, more refined tools like hand axes, scrapers, and arrowheads. Fire was the first forge, the crucible where raw materials were transformed into the advanced technology of the Stone Age. Perhaps the most profound impact of fire was on our social lives. Picture this. The hunt is over, the food is cooked, and the predators are held back by the flickering flames. What do? You got there. You sit together around the warm glow of the campfire. This was the world's first living room, the first social hub. In the safety of the firelight, people had time for things other than mere survival. They had time to talk, to share, to connect. It was around these ancient fires that language likely flourished, moving beyond simple warnings to complex stories. Elders could pass down knowledge to the younger generation, stories of the hunt, lessons learned, myths and legends that formed the basis of their culture. The campfire was where bonds were forged, where cooperation was planned, and where the first communities were truly born. It warmed their bodies, but more importantly, it ignited the spark of human connection and culture. From that first uncertain flame, an unstoppable fire of progress was lit. It gave us cooked food that fueled our growing brains. It gave us protection that allowed us to conquer the night and expand across the planet. It became a tool to forge better weapons and technology, and it brought us together, creating the first communities and cultures around the warmth of a shared hearth. Every technological marvel we see today, from the engine in your car to the screen you're watching this on, owes its existence to that fundamental moment when our ancestors dared to control the flame. Fire didn't just change the way we lived, it made us who we are. It was the gift that set humanity on the path to becoming masters of our own destiny. Thanks for journeying back in time with us. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more explorations into our incredible past.